Hello Kenyans, this is your servant Bishop Philip Karanja of Victory Centers in Nairobi. I would like to make a suggestion that we cut down all the trees in Kenya and we make a desert, because that looks like what we enjoy living in. When I was growing up, there was such a great forest cover in this country. And the government was very vigilant in making sure that trees in form of forest were taken care of, and every tree that was cut down, there was always one or two others planted in the place. Not anymore. It's like we're hoping that we can turn the country into a desert. It is my prayer that the government would step up in helping us to replenish the forests that are in this country. I have a few suggestions to make. One, we need to ask anybody who has land to make sure that 1/5 of that land is covered by forest. So what the government needs to do, if I may suggest, is to plant so many seedlings such that everybody is given a time to go to the government nursery and collect as many seedlings as which can cover 1/5 of their piece of land. We should all be given about 5 to 7 years when the chiefs will come and make sure that they check to make sure that every person who has land, whether big or small, has some plants that are covering about 1/5 of the land, because there's nothing wrong with having a lot of trees. We should also think of how the government can make up their mind that they will plant a lot of trees on both sides of all the major highways, from here to Kisumu, from here to Eldoret, from Nairobi to Kajiado, to Narok, to Mombasa, to Embu, to Meru, all those. If the government were going to plant and also encourage the people who have the lands in those areas to plant about 10 lines of trees on both sides of the road, and they are all over the highways in the country, I can tell you that that's a lot of trees that we'll have planted. At the same time, we need to think how we can replenish the forests that have been hived out and given for settlement. My suggestion is that we would get several families from every area where the land used to be forest once, then take them to where we can have maybe land that looks like it is a desert or it is just shrub land. Then give every man 5 acres of land, also whichever the government is able to afford. And then for every man we make 1/4 acre of greenhouse, encourage those people to grow horticultural foods. Then we sink boreholes, maybe one for every 40 families, so that they can irrigate their lands throughout the year. That soil that you see in those dry areas is very fertile if only it had water. And I can tell you that in 2 or 3 seasons, the people that were collected to go into the dry areas, and they've been growing the horticultural food, and they are also asked and encouraged that 1/5 of the land that they've been given, they grow trees. One, we shall have a lot of food that is being grown in those areas. We call them semi-arid or arid. And number 2, because of those people growing trees per the order of the government, we shall turn those lands into very habitable and very fertile lands. because rain follows trees. So if every person there is growing 1 acre of the 4 acres they are given is under forest, in a very short while, 5, 3, 4 years or so, that will be like a forest. And so if we did that, we would have so much water in the rivers flowing, such that we cannot consider Kenya a dry area anymore. In the areas of Turkana, areas of Mandera, Wajir, areas of Masai land and Cumberland, if we were to do that, it would be so helpful. You give it a try and you will see it is going to work. Thank you.